I hope this is streaming. I will check it on my phone in just a moment. I should probably put my glasses on because I cannot read any of this. Okay, so agenda for today is we are going to build a pretty outpost with some mods, some new mods. One paid mod and several free mods, and we're going to be using them in tandem to I don't know if my thing signed in or started. Blah 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 blah. Oh boy. I think that's the password. Simplifying your sign-in. It's not Outpost 1. Outpost 2. Oh, I'm carrying too much to travel. Let me check, and before I get rid of some junk so I can move again, let me just double check on my phone and make sure this is streaming. Oh, boy, I am streaming. Let's check and see. Okay. All right. So apparently I am trying to okay, it's connected. Let me make sure. Is there audio coming through this? I hope there's audio. Okay, there's audio coming through. I did double check. If you are watching, I am going to be monitoring the chat on my phone. I truly apologize. This is my first stream. So this might be very shaky. First thing we gotta do is get rid of a few items so I can actually move, because I have too much stuff on me, on my person. Where are you, Derek? There you are, Derek.
Hi, Dan. What do you need?
No. I need
Dan,
you to carry
feel
some
free
stuff.
to load some of that junk into my trunk.
It's quite hilarious.
Well, I have a little room for more junk in the trunk.
Alright. Let's see, what can I get rid of? I do not want to get rid of any of that. Maybe we can give him a gun or something. Man, I like these guns. What to get rid of? I'll get rid of that, for sure. Get rid of that. Okay, we're good. We can move again. So we are going to build an outpost. I did download several mods and I put a poll on location. It's not going to be this location. It's going to be Tal City, because that won on the poll. And I do have some paid mods. Well, I have one paid mod and I have several free mods. When we get to the location, I am going to review the mods in load order I have. Let's see here. So actually I got a couple outposts on this planet, but it's outpost number 2. That's the final location here. Outpost number 1 I do need to delete because that one is not winner chicken dinner. It did not have very good position of the gas giant in the sky. And when you see this location, you are going to essentially see why I picked it as, oh my god,
Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
Stupid cloud cover. Okay, I'm just going to fast travel to my ship real quick, just to reset the weather, because I need to see the color palette of the sky when it's clear when we're making this. There we go. Whoa, cage brains. There's our... I'm gonna fast travel because I don't feel like traveling all the way up that hill. But the point is on the top of the hill. And we're gonna build there. If this audio is terrible, please let me know if I do need to do an adjustment. But here we are. This is the outpost location. So we're right here, we're looking off at the ocean, and in the background we have the gas giant itself. No. What is that? Is that another moon? It looks to be another moon. That wasn't there last time I came here. I assume you see this planet-like thing. That must be another moon. Maybe that is... because we're on Tal City 8B. Maybe that's Tal City 8A. And it's just happening to come in front of us. Like, I know this map does not one-to-one line up, but I'm wondering if it's this moon, it happens to actually be right there in front of us. If so, that's really close. Like, that's really big. It's definitely not the sun. The stars are up there, so that's gotta be a moon. I don't think that's another planet. Like, maybe it's this planet here. I don't know. I've never seen that before on this planet. I've been on this planet a lot. I've never seen that. That just looks too big to be an auxiliary moon. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I've definitely never seen that before. Oh yes, I did say I was going to be on 9. I'm a little bit early, so I'm kind of going to waste a little bit of time here, and but don't worry, we're going to get into like what my load order is, what mods I'm running for this build. I'm not really going to start construction till 9. But if you want, we can go ahead and go over the load order and everything and what I'm running. I will say, I recall your question was about the Crimson X gear. So I have been having some issues with it. Like, I'm getting it to appear on Andrasia just fine, but some other characters, I'm getting some texture issues on it. So my load order may not be perfect. But if we wanted to, we can go to it and just check it out. So I actually have it at the top of the load order. But my understanding of how this load order works is you may want it actually at the bottom, because if there's some kind of confliction with it, if it's at the bottom, it will take priority over whatever conflict there is. Like, I'm currently running the Dark Star mods, and I know the author. I've watched a couple of his videos. He has a YouTube channel with a couple videos. It's pretty super duper cool. But he's very specific to say, hey, put this at the end. Like, if there are any conflicts with other mods you're running, have Dark Star take priority. So, and you can do that by putting it at the end of the load order. But let's take a look here. I am still really perplexed. This has got to be a secondary moon. If so, that is the biggest freaking moon I have ever seen. It is definitely between us and the rings. So that has got to be Talseti 8A. That's got to be Talseti 8A. And then, even then, I can see another moon right up there. This spot is going to be absolutely spectacular for this build. Let's get back to the mods, because like I'm a little bit scatterbrained by the moons here. But let's get to this and just look at what mods I'm running for specifically Outposts, because oh man, you got like 70 mods. I've been very slow and careful about installing mods. As you can see, I do not have this one checked off, and it's because it was causing a lot of issues. So this mod was to basically turn the Adoring Fan into the Adoring Fan Girl, and basically give the Adoring Fan a girl skin and redo the voice. But when I tried to run it, I had a headless female that was still having the male voice of the Adoring Fan, so it was not working properly. But let's not digress too much on that. Let's look at what I'm running Outpost wise. Oh, this is a kind of a cool one. This one adds some. It's by Inquisitor. He's in a lot of the Facebook groups. And he definitely, he's taking feedback from people. So if you join like the Facebook groups, you'll see him on there. I am meaning to review. He's doing a lot of content around like adding world bosses and stuff, which I think is really cool, and that adds a lot of longevity to the game. But yeah, for some reason, at least when I've heard authors of the mods talk about them, they basically talk that if you want a mod to take priority over another mod, you want it to load last. Because the last load, or whatever loads up last, is going to be writing over any potential conflicts. So, because I have this Crimson Fleet, where is it? Crimson Fleet X, this one up at the top, that is likely why I'm getting those texture errors. There's probably a conflict. My guess is probably with this one. I'm not sure if I even like this one. I'm probably going to get rid of it. But it's causing some texture issues. And I'm sure if I move this down towards the bottom, when it loads up, it's going to write over top of the conflict it's having. So it'll take priority over top of it. But let's see here. I did get some Outpost stuff. So this is one I'm running. This is the modular series Outpost radius increase. So this it increases your radius from 150 to 350. It over doubles it. Let's see. Andrasia's Walk. This is a weird one, but I didn't really notice it. But Andrasia does have a weird walk. I installed this mod and she's walking more normally. Like prior, she was walking as though she had like some kind of hip dysplasia. Like it just didn't seem natural. But after, I didn't even notice it until I installed it. And then I installed this and I'm like, okay, she's walking like an actual, human woman would walk. Personal space station. Let's see. So we got the radius expander. This is the paid mod I'm going to review today. So this is, it's 600 credits. This is TG Luxury Homes Volume 1. So this is basically going to be a blind playthrough. I've glanced at it. I didn't go much into it. So we'll see, whether this is a good mod or not, whether this is worth $600, or not $600, 600 credits. So it's $6, it's 600 credits, and you can, have these custom-built luxury homes. And then there's this Scully's Emporium. This adds a bunch of static objects that you can put into your outposts. So that's one of those things, when you're decorating, there's a very limited amount of what I would call clutter you can put in your outposts. And that kind of stuff makes your outposts look real. But let's get to it. So we have this giant hill. We're looking down. We have gas giant there. We have moons there. That is a ginormous moon. I'm wondering if this is some kind of bug, because I've never seen a moon this big. That moon makes sense. Way out there. That moon is huge comparison. But let's start building. So I am going to move off this hill because I plan on putting the main house on this hill. Yes, Andrasia does walk like an old retired football player. She walks like she has some hip problems. Let's see if we can see her walking and see the mod improvement. So there she is. She's kind of running. So you get a little bit more of a hip movement from her, so it looks more natural instead of straight up and down. It's just that fine touch you just need. I'll probably show it without the spacesuit. We'll go to a more habitable planet where we don't need the spacesuit, and you can get a lot better look of what I mean. She actually walks appropriate. But let's see here. What do I want to do? I want to build. That's what. So I did take a slight glance at this, but I did not really look at, everything. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's see here, Dark Star Terminus. We're going to place the Dark Star Terminus. So I do need a landing pad. One thing I've learned early on is if you point the stairway, that's basically going to be like the front of your ship. So I'm going to point that kind of towards where the gas giant is. I know it's that corner of the screen there. And I'm just going to place this here. So that's like my Dark Star Terminus. Boom. That's done. That costs money. So I do like the Dark Star mods. It definitely it expands the loot tables, expands the crafting, expands like the ships and everything. So like that, like if you once you get beyond what the hell? Okay, it fixed itself. But once you get like beyond level 100 in this game, like everything breaks down and you kind of like there's no more loot to be had and to be gained. Like you're getting all the advanced guns and all the superior stuff. So there's not much to do in the Dark Star. As far as, I'm not saying like there's not much to do, but there's not much more to like progress to, which in my opinion, like that's kind of a problem because Bethesda allowed you to, they basically did not have any kind of level cap. So you basically can go the whole way up. So we have different themes here. So we got these 3 different themes. Like this is Royal House. This feels more Skyrim to me. And this feels Castle. This definitely feels Skyrim to me. Let's take a look. This is definitely Skyrim. Oh, we got a garden. Let's look at this because I feel this is more of let's see, can I zoom this in more? Let's look at it a little bit. Like this looks like something I would stumble upon in the game. So let's see. And because we're on this giant hill, I think we have an opportunity to do kind of like a multi-level like estate. If that makes sense, like kind of going down the hill with maybe a couple different buildings. So let's see. I'm not sure if I want that one for the main building. I think that's kind of cool. It has a pool. Could definitely put that like right here. But I could also, you know what? I like this one because like the pink kind of like cherry blossom like trees are going to actually look really cool with that blue gas giant. They will complement each other very well. But I don't know. I might place it down here because I'm thinking like do a guest house. This dream villa. This looks big. Can I even... zoom out a little bit, see if I can find some place to place this. Oh, crud, I keep hitting the wrong button. So the one thing I did throwdown of this is this thing. This is a replica of the rock from Aquila. It's a little bit styled a little bit differently. Like the interior looks very similar, and like a lot of the rooms are the same, like you would recognize it. But we're not going to put that down. See, I'm not sure this would... Well, maybe. I have a feeling like those steps are going to be clipping really bad. Okay, so let's say we put this right here. Let's exit the build mode. Let's just take a look at this and see if this needs moved around. Oh, I'm on Talseti 8B. So this is a relatively low level system. It's an amazingly gorgeous system. So we have, you know what, like this does look good right here. And mainly why I'm doing this is because, like, when I'm doing like reviews or guides, a lot of times I get comments like, "What planet are you on?" So I kind of want to build a couple more really pretty outposts, because I know those things, like, they drive the algorithm a fair amount, comments. So it's definitely worth, you know, putting up. Like, basically, this is kind of, how do I say this? This is basically a set for me to record videos on. Like, I will make it a functional outpost, of course, because I can always use more functional outposts. Especially because this is on the opposite side of the settled systems from my other outpost. Look at that. We can see the eclipse on the planet from that moon over there. And then I can see a second moon right there. It's not every day you get to see that. Eclipse happening. I keep falling. But let's check out the inside of this. So, this is a $6 mod. I think there's probably, let me see, there's probably like 30 different buildings and others. Well, there's probably 30 different buildings, and then there's probably another 20 different structures. Like, you'll be able to build a wall around your outpost if you wanted to, which is kind of cool. This, you know, this is doable. Like, I can work with this and flesh this out kind of as like a main villa. And then we come down here. Like, look at this. You have the pink cherry blossoms. The blue gas giant, which is experiencing an eclipse. That's just absolutely amazing. It is truly amazing that people do kind of hate on this game a ton. And for the most part, I think that is a case of the haters just happen to be a lot louder than the people that like this game. And it's the unfortunate truth. I don't, like, just judging by my analytics, I think there is a lot of people that really like this game. They're just a lot quieter than the people that hate it. The people that hate it are very loud about their hatred of this game. And a lot of times it's really irrational hatred. Like, they'll complain about stuff that, you know, it was an issue back in Skyrim, when Skyrim launched. Like, this is a Bethesda game. Like, I come to expect a Bethesda launch to have bugs. Like, it's going to happen. So I kind of cut Bethesda a lot of grace when it comes to, like, am I experiencing bugs? Not to mention, like, it's not my first rodeo, so I know how to reset, like, an NPC that might be bugged out. It's been the same method for a while. But my god, does that look amazing?
What do you need?
Okay, this was actually... I have to say, I think this was a good purchase for $6. So this is one building of probably... I think there's probably like 30 different. I didn't count them all. But, and I don't plan on it either. I'm not going to do it. There's like 30 different buildings you can put up. They're all prefabricated. You do have to furnish them yourself. Like, I can see how this would go. So let's see here. Let's do some furnishing. Just real quick. Bookshelves. So this is part of that Emporium mod, which adds more stagnant items. They're basically just decor pieces. But there was not a lot of decor pieces. I will tell you that much. There is not a lot of decor pieces in this game. Okay, so let's see. We're going to put the fridge in this corner. I don't know if you guys play on Xbox or PC, but one question I do have, if you guys play on Xbox, my controller is, like, I'm starting to get a bit of a stick drift, and in the past with third-party controllers, I've had bad experiences buying them. I don't know if that's changed. Should I buy a first-party controller, like an Xbox controller, or stick with, or like experiment with getting a third party? Throw some counter space in here.
An interesting addition, to be sure.
I don't need your sarcasm right now, Andresia. Please. Like, I'm just trying to put some counter space. Actually, you know what? We need a proper stove. So we're going to delete this. Yeah, I have to agree, like, there is a lot, like, I felt the same way. Like, I wanted Elder Scrolls 6 a ton. My thoughts on that is, like, the procedural generation we're using now, there's a lot of legitimate complaints about the procedural generation, but how I look at it is, like, the bugs are being worked out in this game. I would rather them work out the bugs, the issues, the problems in this game, instead of, you know, hey, we're going to do something experimental in Elder Scrolls 6. So at the end of the day, like, I see it as kind of a good thing that they're being experimentative in this game and working out, like, how are we going to utilize that procedural generation. And I think we're going to see the procedural generation, it's going to be used in Elder Scrolls 6, but it's going to be used in a different way. Whereas we're seeing whole entire points of interest being inserted into the landscape, where you might see just like a shack being inserted into the landscape of Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, sweet. Does this fit? It doesn't fit. It's too big. Why are you too big? Looks like it would fit. Pourquoi? Maybe I can put it over there if I slide these things around. Derek, you're kind of getting in the way, sir. Let's just move that there for now. Let's see. Derek, can you follow me, please? Come on. I think I need you out of that corner. Thank you. Yep, it fits here. Okay, so we got our cooking station right there. I'm gonna get rid of this table. Actually, I've completely changed my mind. I don't even want the table. We got plenty of counter space. We don't need to add any more. Just need to add a fridge to make this look like an actual kitchen. Apparently, like, I cannot slide stuff into that location. Derek, you gotta get out of the doorway, Derek. Okay. I think I'm gonna get back to furnishing because I wanna look at some more of these buildings. Yeah, I kind of do agree. Some of the skills, you know what? Like, we can look at that. Like, some skills, like, I find completely useless, or I wish the mechanic worked differently. And, like, I'm seeing that with a lot of the different mods, is they are changing, like, the mechanics of certain skills. Okay. Like, I love the reflection there. Like, oh my gosh. Alright, let's get back to the build menu. Let's put up a couple more rooms, or buildings, before we furnish everything, because that's going to take a very long time to furnish stuff. Because these buildings are, like, massive. I kind of wish that TG mod came with items to furnish. Like, it just comes with the buildings. So I like that there. And let's see, we can place something directly on the beach too, if we wanted. Definitely not that. I don't know, maybe just start off with 2 buildings. I think 2 buildings is good, because if we put too much and I hire a whole bunch of crew, they'll be kind of like too spread out, if that makes sense. And you'll like hardly ever see anyone. And I kind of like having crew at my locations, because it just makes it feel lived in. But let's check out the interior of this building and just... I wonder if it's the same. And it's just a little bit tweaked on the exterior. If it's the same, I'm going to pick a different one. Ow. Let's see. No, it definitely looks different. So this is like a nice little villa. Well, it has a similar kitchen. has this wonderful looking pool here, though. Okay, let's check this out. I don't think these are the same. No, they're a little bit different. Like, they have a very similar layout, but they are a little different. Got a bathroom there, here, and looks like several places where we can kind of like put beds. Amazing balcony. We'll have to put some chairs out here. That's just going to be breathtaking. I know what you mean, like when you lose everything in NG Plus and you've spent like hours building an outpost, decorating it, getting it set up and ready. Me personally, I kind of like after a while of having like an outpost in the same exact location, usually what will happen is I will like look around the tile and I'll be like, I wonder what it'd be like if I put it up on top of that hill. And then I end up going NG Plus and I end up putting it on top of that hill. That's kind of why I went NG Plus, was I found a large lake on in the hills biome of Archimedes 5A. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, you know, this outpost I built looks very nice, but it would look even better as kind of like a lake house. So that's how that ended up occurring. That's how I ended up going through NG Plus, was like I ended up finding a better location for my outpost. And like, we'll go ahead and we'll just erase everything. Let's see here. So I'm going to put some crew stations down. I should have the materials for it. I do. Since we have a fair amount of room, I'm not going to jam this all in one spot, but kind of space it out a bit. Do a couple different rooms. We'll put 2 in here. Actually, no, that's going to be like a master bedroom. We'll just put 1 crew station in here, and then we'll put 2 in the lower one down here. So let's fly down here real quick, and we will put 2 crew stations down here. Yeah, that's kind of how I think. Like, I just think like my next playthrough is going to be better than my current playthrough. Like, I pick different options. I have different build locations. Usually I've learned a little bit from the prior playthrough, and I'll be just sitting there like, I don't know about this location. It could be better. Is this a room? That's a bathroom. Okay. Last one is going here. Alright. I think we're definitely going to need a room for all this stuff. But where to put it? I mean, I kind of feel like I should put it outside. Like, you go to settlements, and a lot of times these mission boards are outside. I'm going to put it outside. So this does, I do have a lot of added photo of Sarah Morgan. That's kind of creepy. I did get some vending machines. I mean, probably should put them down by the pole. Maybe? I don't know. Where? You know, like I'm kind of getting an overload with the amount of stuff I have, and I'm thinking I should probably focus on beds and then chairs and then, or you know what, I should think about the workbenches. So we do have that workbench, like this sunken room. This looks like almost like an area where you would kind of put like a TV there, have this walk down, and have a couch there, or several couches. So let's see here. I hope I don't. I'm gonna end up running out of materials. I didn't buy enough. I can already tell I didn't buy enough. These places are too dang big. It's gonna take me forever to furnish all this. I'll put a gaming table here. See. Do we have any extra large display? Perfect. I was thinking about this. I'm like, I don't have a big enough TV to kind of fill up this wall. Apparently this was part of that package, that Scully's Emporium. Rune snake statue. I wonder if this is a usable bed. we are going to see that there. Crud, 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 crud. So let's see. There is definitely some weird stuff in here. Bedside prefab. I like it. I like it. Kind of take the work away from me a little bit, so I don't have to do too much. Executive desk. So I mean that's one room set up. Let's see if I have any unassigned crew. I probably do. Eric Von Price. We're gonna assign you. Lyle. No, that's enough for now. We can pick them up later. So we got everyone set up.
Hi, Dan.
Hello, Derek. So I saw the author of this mod is he's adding more dialogue. He's actually got situation like how do I say this? Questline situational responses for him for all the faction quests coming out. And the main quest. So he'll be chiming in on all the different faction quests and the main quest. The author plans on working on this for, like, at least I see it. I think he plans on working on this for a while.
Mind? That's very kind of you, Dan, to refer to my processors and mainframe as a mind.
And he's also seems to be making a quest line for him as well.
Big. It makes one feel so small.
Kind of makes me really excited because I do like this character. I would love to see it developed even more. Okay, let's see. just an absolute ton of stuff here. Messy Art Deco bed. That's too close to the door. Like, I need at least 6.
I always value function over form.
My
When it
gosh,
comes to outposts.
quit it with the sarcasm. I know I'm not that great at this. There's just too much stuff. Work table. I do like that. That's kind of fleshed out a little bit. That's outside. We have all of up here to furnish. Like, this is... I'm not going to get all of this done tonight, because this is going to take me a while to do. Probably multiple play sessions. This should probably be down somewhere near the kitchen. So, like, this is a kitchen, or at least it appears to be a kitchen. Oh, Andrasia is by far my favorite of the base characters to play with. Like, Sarah Morgan, when I think about it, like, she's a nag. She's an absolute nag. I would like a large table to kind of like put here as like a dining room table. I think that is like one of the things that's lacking. Okay, so let's think about outside seating. Do we have any room for outside seating? Like this bottom portion, that's a pole. Probably up here. That is an amazing view. So let's see. This looks like an upholstery chair, which kind of wouldn't make sense outside in the weather. I will do it if I can't. Look at that bench. Any chairs in here? I am not seeing any chairs in the decorations. Do have beds. I might have to work with that upholstery looking chair, which in my opinion does not make sense outside. Oh, whoa. This looks more appropriate for an outdoor area.
And what will you build next?
More of these chairs. Because you know what? This is supposed to be like a beach villa. And we're just gonna build some of these. So one thing that has me excited was I was watching a video from the author of Derek and today. And the thing, like, he's done stuff for Skyrim and he's also done stuff for Fallout. And he was extremely excited about like the controls and triggers for dialogue within characters. And that has me thinking that like the potential for storytelling for modders is a lot better in this game than it was in the past, because they have a lot of dynamic triggers that they can have where, like, if you're just walking into an area, you can have dialogue trigger. Like Derek will, he does say some funny things depending upon where you're at, but you can also have storyline triggers as well. And that's where it's really exciting, because people can add to the dialogue of the main story. Like, I know that was a common complaint amongst people, was like, oh, the main story, it's not that it's bad, it's just a lot of people complained about it, but I wouldn't say that it's bad. The overall story, I'd say, is good. It is a good main story. What I'd say is there are some weak points where the dialogue is not fleshed out enough. So I think that is something where modders will positively be able to bridge the gap with the modding suite that the creation kit, essentially. Like, I think the creation kit is going to give a lot of opportunities for modders to basically, kind of flesh out dialogue a little bit more. Like, if I talk to Derek, that robot, he will comment on the main storyline, and it kind of fleshes out the storyline a little bit. And I know that he will dynamically, I'm not sure if it's in this version, I haven't tested it yet, but I know in the next version of Derek, he does have lines involved in the main story. And the author seems like, he cares about the game, so I don't think he's going to sit there and try and change the game, but probably flesh out a lot more of the dialogue. If you look up I Am Paul in YouTube, you can find his YouTube channel. Or if you look up the Derek mod, you should find him. Because literally, me and him are the only two people that put videos out on it. And that's kind of why I picked it. Actually, I should follow up a little bit more. I picked that mod and the current mod I'm reviewing right now to review, and it's mainly because of a large channel that kind of hate posts on Starfield on like a weekly basis. The channel did a review of paid mods where they basically just kind of like said all these paid mods suck, but there were some paid mods they didn't review. So my brain said, why don't we go take a look at the ones he didn't review? And I realized why he didn't review them. Because there's really nothing to hate on them. They're really quality mods. Like the voice acting on Derek it's very well done. The author is continuing to do work on it to develop the character more and integrate him into the existing storylines. And then we also have this, I forget what it's called. What the heck is this mod called? It's like TG. We're going to go to it. It's like a $6 mod. And it's only volume 1. So I do know that the author plans on... It's TG's Luxury Homes volume 1. So that implies to me that there's going to be a volume 2. And you get... Like, I can tell why he didn't review this. Because he basically gets his views and clicks off of hating on Starfield. A lot of people enjoy that content. Like, I know I do kind of clickbaity titles when I do kind of push back on that, and I'm trying to get that crowd to kind of view my channel and kind of see what I'm saying. Because, like, I know myself, I did not play this game for a month because I was listening to people about how bad this game was. And I kind of believed it until I went to a friend's house and I played it. And I'm just like, okay, yep, this is the game for me. Positively in love with it. We have a winner. Let's find some chairs. But that's why I'm reviewing this mod. That's also why I'm reviewing the Derek mod. Essentially, large content creator that basically they get their views off of hating on video games. I would say 90% of their content is literal hating on one video game or another. Saw him do a Starfield like paid mods suck video where he reviewed a bunch of paid mods and he kind of hated on them. And these mods have been out since the beginning, but he didn't review them. And they're also one of the most purchased mods. So it kind of told me, like, probably the reason why I didn't review them, they're probably good mods. So I'm going to go ahead and review them and post them on my account. I'll probably post a second video kind of showing a walkthrough of this finished product and just show what's capable. Now, there are a lot of buildings that look very Skyrim-esque, and I will probably build something Skyrim-esque, but like I'm building this kind of as a set for future videos. So if I need to like record a future video, typically I just go to my Outpost and I record there. But this Outpost is designed to say, if I'm like talking about like inventory management and someone stumbles upon it, to prompt the comment, where are you? What are you running? That looks cool. I need that. Because those comments, they stir the algorithm. If I produce a video that gets a lot of comments, it also gets a lot of views. Even hate comments. So like when people are like hating and like angry, I really don't care. Like if you get vulgar and stuff, or if you're like not adding to the conversation, I'll mute you. But those those comments, they actually do stir up the algorithm a lot, and it'll start feeding the video to other people. That's looking better. So we got some chairs out here. This is a really well done mod, I must say.
Dan, are you you trying to break the
Now-
rules of gravity?
If someone could fix this, because right now we are experiencing the eclipse, but the light effect of the sun is still coming through there and lighting up the atmosphere. I don't know when a modder is going to be able to fix that or not. I do have the Darker Nights mod on here. It doesn't fix it. I know a lot of people thought hey, that'll probably fix it. It does not. All it does is get rid of the false sun, which lights up the landscape. It doesn't get rid of the fact that the light from that star is allowed to pass through that. And it only happens on planets with atmospheres. That's the only time it happens. If there's an atmosphere, it illuminates the atmosphere and it causes that weird glow where the sun should be. But this is going to be an absolute perfect place. If I want to shoot a how-to video, particularly I want to cover the Dark Star mods and the crafting, because I know that is confusing. I want to give my recommendation on the Dark Star mods. I think they are very good and they do add a lot of longevity to the game. But I don't want to just say, hey, this is awesome, you should play this. I want to say, hey, this is awesome, here's how you play it. Because, I was really confused when I first started on this mod. And then I figured out, whatchamacallit. Basically, you go through research to increase the crafting. So where is it? If you have not played the Dark Star mods, I can show it real quick. It's over here, the research station. So basically it adds more research. In here, so we have Dark Star quality research, and then equipment. We have more Dark Star mods here, and they take these quantum harnesses. Those will drop off of bad guys. I believe you can also manufacture them all as well. I'm not sure though. I still have to play this more. And unfortunately I have this stupid thing called a day job, which interferes with me playing this game. But a lot of cool stuff here. This, it expands the gameplay basically beyond level 100. You can continue leveling beyond level 100, but you're not going to really get any better ships, any better spacesuits, any better guns. And the Dark Star mod basically just allows the game to continue with its loot tables beyond that cutoff. So basically, he adds a couple tiers to the weapons, 2 tiers, I believe, and a couple other things. So we can just look at it with this relic hard target. So he adds Unrivaled is one, and then Relic is another. And it's following the same mathematical principles as the advanced, the refined. It's just basically projecting out the math for how those things are calculated to come up with Unrivaled and Relic. So nothing seems too overpowered, and it does make you work for these things, which I like. I think a lot of times in the past when I've played Bethesda games, one of the things that ruined the game for me was I would get a mod that would turn me into a demigod and I didn't have to work for it. That would kind of ruin the game. This does not do that. I might come back to this. So how would you guys feel? Like, I feel like taking a break from this build for a bit. And I could run... I'm currently doing the UC Vanguard quest. I could run through that. It's taking me to Seoul. Either that or I could finish building this and fleshing this out. But... let's see. You know what? Never mind. So we got our ship there. Got some tables. Let's at least build some crafting stations. And you know what? I think I have all the crafting stations at the Dark Star terminal, so I don't really need to build crafting stations inside these villas. So we can just leave them as is. But they need furnished. Fridge is going right there. Yep. Fridge definitely there. Let's put some, like, coffee makers and stuff. Coffee makers. No, it's not in furniture. We need to go to decorations. Yes, I do wish there were more types of fridges. I wish there was more types of everything. I guess what I would have to say on that is, like, be patient. Like, I did download this Scully mod, and I expect that the mod author will probably, like, add to this. There's an ice bucket. Kind of something to go there. Like, be patient with this stuff. Like, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg as far as, like I kind of wish Bethesda put more into this game, but I feel like they gave the necessary tools that, like, mod authors can come in here and add stuff relatively easily. And, like, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. I have a feeling at some point in time we're going to hit, like, kind of like a critical point, and that critical point is going to be like when you see people start to say online, I quit my day job and now I make mods for a living. And, like, when you get to that critical point, that is when we're going to see mods really hit off. When people see that it is a viable living and that they could quit their day job. But what that's going to be like contingent upon is like people, you know, willing to pony up $3 for a mod, which I think is like a reasonable price if things are done well. Like if it's a good mod and things are done well, like I'm absolutely willing to pay like $6 for a mod. I have no problem with that. What the heck? I'm putting this somewhere. Where am I putting this? This looks cool. Some wall art. It's like a little jellyfish tank. I do like it. Lodge table. You know what? This is kind of what I was looking for when I said I wanted a dining room table. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how Bethesda is paying modders. Basically, I read into it and it said a royalty, which I'm assuming it's some kind of percentage based off of, like, they get to, the modder gets to set the price. So I'm assuming it means that there's some kind of percentage going on. I'm kind of curious as to, like, how much. Are we talking like 50%? Like, is Bethesda taking 50% of like the $6 I paid for this mod? Or is Bethesda taking 10%? Or is it like 75%? My understanding is that for Fallout 76, they were taking a fairly high percentage at, what was it? It was like 75% of the mod cost was going to Bethesda, which, like, that's a little excessive in my opinion. Like, I understand there is some overhead that they do have to run, but not that much overhead. Now, I do understand, like, they do want to make a profit. Like, at the end of the day, like, Starfield's not just a game, it's a platform for storytelling. And we can see that with all the Star Wars mods. You can see a lot of people are kind of unhappy with the direction of Star Wars, and they've been given the opportunity to kind of tell their own stories, and they've hit the ground running. I am very ecstatic to see what they build. But I guess to get back to, like, the question of, like, I hope that modders are getting a fair deal. I know it will be better than how it was before, where it was primarily donations. Even if Bethesda was taking 95% of what the fee was, it would still be better than donations. I don't know specifically. I can speculate that the download to donation rate was probably well less than 1%. I could imagine that modders were probably, for a mod, out of all the donations, they probably got like a couple $1,000s. And that was it. Maybe. Probably most modders got nothing. So I'm really happy that modders are getting an opportunity to make money, and we are still going to see a lot of mods out there. A lot of free mods is what I'm saying. Like, there will always be those free mods because of how they have the system set up where they have to get verified. This is going to essentially force people like, hey, put up a little bit of free sample work. So you'll have like free mods out there. We'll verify you, and then your later work you can charge money for. So like the people on a budget will always have something, because there's always going to be someone coming in here and going, you know what, I could be a modder, I could do this, and they'll build something for free, which is like, that's cool. But I'm very much excited for the monetization, because the monetization is going to basically elevate mods to a professional level. If there's money involved, people will put a lot more work into it. Yeah, the ratio that they were, I don't know how it is now, but like there was a while in Fallout 76 where it was like they were taking about 75 and they were giving about 25 to the mod author. It very much should be flipped. It should be probably, honestly, I think it should be probably more like Bethesda keeps about 10%, because they would probably be able to cover the overhead for like servers and stuff and the distribution of the software, etc., facilitating the transaction. They'd probably be able to cover that all for probably like 10%. Like if it's like you'd have merchant fees on buying credits and stuff, probably about 10% would cover like server costs and everything. So like if they charge like 15%, it would be profitable for Bethesda. I think that would be probably fair for them. I'd be willing to tolerate 25%. If it's getting higher than 25%, like they're kind of getting ripped off. But at the end of the day, it's a better scenario than where they were at. It's definitely a better scenario than where they were at, where they were kind of dependent upon voluntary donations, which, like, that's like, imagine the donations at the museum. They're rather tiny. They're not a lot. Let's put a bed here. Coffee maker. This needs to go downstairs. I was looking for this earlier. I couldn't find it. Here it is. I think we gotta have a coffee maker on the counter somewhere. Just started YouTube. It's mainly for mod showcases. You know what? I can look into your mods. Are they on your channel? Because if you, like, I really do not mind being a, kind of being, you know, Starfield needs a lot of champions right now. And they need people that are willing to tolerate like negative comments. And like, I don't mind reading through people's like garbage contents, like paid mods suck. So I can review your stuff and put up some reviews for you if you'd like. Yes. Let's see here. This is super cool. I absolutely love this mod. Like, I think this villa looks positively perfect.
Wow, Dan. That was an interesting way of landing. Did you break anything?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I suspect they'll probably be fuddling around with the percentage of like how much does the modder get and how much does Bethesda get for a while. And we might even see like a scale. There might be like a scale, like if you, and it might be something like it's based on like how frequently it's downloaded. Like if you're moving a lot of volume, you might see something like Bethesda take a much smaller cut. But if you like have something, maybe it's a much larger mod and it costs more, you might see like Bethesda take a larger cut because like maybe less people buy it. So like I would not be shocked if there's some kind of like dynamic percentage that gets involved based off the amount of volume, downloads, like the amount of purchases. Like if it's let's just say, for example, I know there is a boost pack mod and it costs literally $1. I could imagine a lot of people would download that because travel is a very common complaint in this game, and I know a lot of people are like, give us land vehicles, give us land vehicles. Just tweaking the boost pack is enough for travel. If you just make the boost pack better, that's it. So like a $1 mod fixes the whole travel issue. So that would be something that would probably move a lot of volume. You could probably make a lot of sales on that. And Bethesda could probably take a lot smaller percentage in that scenario and remain like profitable. Whereas say someone adds like a faction quest line and charges like $20 for it, like basically a DLC, which would be completely possible with the modding tools that are available. It'd just be a matter of time. Like that stuff's going to take a ton of time to develop. But say like someone produced something like that with like a team, and maybe it sells a fraction of what like a boost pack sells, that you might see like Bethesda take a larger cut from because the sales numbers are just smaller. So I suspect they'll probably be playing around with like how they pay out modders for a while. But I'm gonna kind of like withhold judgment for a while on that because I know like this is kind of like they've done it with Fallout 76, but this is a little bit different than Fallout 76. This is a single player game. It's not a multiplayer game. This is definitely a mod I like. Okay. Let's take a break from this and go to a different outpost and just check out the other buildings. So let's go to this outpost. This is a junk outpost. I didn't like it. I'm gonna have to put you on docket to review because I got like a list of things I want to review. The Dark Star mods, for sure, I do want to review. Beyond that, what else do I want to review? Inquisitor, he's active in a lot of the Facebook groups, and he's been like kind of really receptive to like the community and grabbing feedback. So I kind of like want to give him a review, and I mainly I'm running one of his mods right now, but I want to look at his boss mods. Like, he's added a lot of bosses, so I kind of want to hit those up as like a compilation to give him kind of like a shout out. And then I could probably look into your mods. I don't know if I know a lot of times when I review them, I do them as compilations. Like this mod, I'm probably just going to do as a standalone with the other free mods that I use to make this. Because we have those interior objects. But I definitely... So, like, I'll have to look into your mods and see how I want to cover it. I won't do anything negative. I'll be honest with you. If your mods suck, I'll probably just tell you and not make a video of it. Because, like, I don't think it's helpful right now in the Starfield community to, like, be trashing someone's garbage mod. Like, these tools are, like, brand new. And, like, people are still getting used to them. They're still figuring them out. People are going to be making stuff that's not good. They're learning. So, I'd probably... Like, if you did make something and it was, like, absolute garbage, I would tell you personally, like, hey, here's what's wrong with this. But I wouldn't make a video. I would just keep it to myself, basically. Because, like, I've seen a lot of garbage mods already that have kind of like broken my game where I'm like, I need to uninstall this now. I just don't think it's necessary to like point out like someone's work because like they're learning and I don't want to discourage them from future progress on modding because at the end of the day, my enjoyment is contingent upon them wanting to make future things. So I want to be nothing more than supportive, provide feedback where appropriate, but I don't want to be dragging people through the mud where they like, oh, I'm never making another mod again. Like, I don't want that. Oh, Inquisitor... He is an absolute beast at this stuff. Like, that's kind of when I want to go into, like, his boss mods, because I find that is interesting content, which kind of extends the game. Like, if you're able to add those bosses into the game, that is really cool. It adds extension. Let's see. I have one mod installed, but where is it? Here in the creations? I have not found it yet. Where is it? Where is it? Interesting point of interest. So this adds a point of interest into the procedural generation. It's just a farm. It's probably something very simple, but like I know one of the biggest complaints people had about this game was I saw the same point of interest twice while exploring. How annoying is that? I didn't find that to be problematic because I replay Bethesda games all the time. I've been replaying them for a very long time. But, you know, if we could rectify, like, I can see that being annoying to people, like, running across the same building twice. And the only solution to that is adding more points of interest to the procedural generation. Now, if modders are able to do that, that is super cool. I would pay money to download like a pack of points of interest that I could just install and they would add to the procedural generation where I'd have to land on planets and go out and find them. That would be super cool. That one adds a place, but I have yet to find that place.
Perhaps not the wisest.
Let's see here. You know what? What I wanted to do was build a couple more of these buildings just to showcase.
I'm sure it says something about how to land safely. I don't recall it mentioning throwing yourself at the ground from height.
This is how the jetpack works. You throw yourself at the ground from height. Oh, man. Like, I like that Derek mod. That is something I'm very excited for, is adding more characters to the game. I think there's opportunities out there to add more characters. Not only that, but like add better characters than Bethesda even had in the game. I think they're good, but like I think there's, if someone could take the time to really flesh out characters, like that is something that you can really make a game with. Let's see here. Oh man, am I out of aluminum? I'm out of aluminum. When did that happen? I'll have to get more. Let me double check, make sure I don't have any at my ship.
Hi. Please disregard.
Resources. Yep, I am legitimately out of aluminum. Okay, we're gonna have to make a quick stop by some city here. Yeah, I'll check out your mods. Do you know like what type of mods you make? Are they like more texture? Are you adding like content in the forms of quests? Is it overhaul kind of stuff? Because I got to think like, how am I going to display this to the public in a way that's palatable? I mean, if it's a bit of everything, like I could just, well, that's fine. Like I can kind of cut it up and you know, just talk through the mods, like what they do and how they change the gameplay, my experience with them. Weapon mods. Are we talking reskins, or are they like completely new stats?
Hey. Been looking for you.
I think that's the one thing I really have not downloaded yet was weapon mods. I mean, technically like the Dark Star mod is a weapon mod because it does add new tiers of weapons. But like the weapons I have right now are looking for those.
It amuses me to think about what goes on here, right under the United Colonies' collective nose.
So you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Scanning.
Okay, so earlier I was talking about the mod that fixes Andrasia's walking. So I'll just show you how she walks without a spacesuit. And you can see like it's more like a human woman now opposed to how it was before. Like she walked weird before.
Hi, Dan. What do you need?
So completely new weapons. I will have to try that out. Laredo M2. So are like from a lore standpoint an M2. So that sounds I think we're talking about like an old Earth weapon there. As far as like how would this fit into the world of Starfield, which like that is one of those things like I wish they had more of in this game. Like they make reference like old Earth shotgun. It's like, Why can't I get an old Earth M4? You would think there would be tons of those. You know what? Hold on 1 second. Before we buy more aluminum, let's download it. Let's see what it looks like. Not to mention, we can go ahead and we can like beta test it. That looks cool. Laredo M245 ACP pistol. Is this what you're talking about? Relic from the 23rd century. Sidearms. Okay, so this is kind of like we're adding a historical pistol, but this is like between the time that Starfield takes place and our current age. That looks cool. Stealing it from Laredo. So we'll give this a download. You can only find this gun in Laredo Firearms in Aquila City. So, you know what? We shall go to Aquila City because I do need to be prepared for a very long loading screen. I'm going to grab a drink while this is loading because for some reason or another it takes forever when I change my load order, which is fine, I guess. But I'm going to be back in about 10 seconds. My fridge is real close to me. sweetie. Here. All right, I'm back. But we are going to go to Laredo. I will pick up a little bit of aluminum because I don't know if I'm going to finish up that Outpost tonight. I'll probably finish it up tomorrow and just take a little bit of a break. And then I'm going to cut up a video. I'll probably build a second Outpost as well. One specifically just showing all the different building types. And then from there, what I am going to do... Oh, HPV carbine is also a mod. I will look into that. So I'm going to do just this one tonight because I don't want to get too over encumbered. Like, there are so many mods. Like, I think that's probably like there's so many mods and there's so few people covering mods. There's like 5 people that are actually making videos about mods and like covering them. Besides like authors. Like, there's a lot of authors out there, but like trying to cover them and just kind of like being like, hey, these mods are good for this, these mods are good for that. So it's like hard. Like, I'm pulled in like 1,000 different directions, and like there's so many different mods I want to cover. So like I what I really need to do is just like make a list of like the different videos I want to make, and probably sit down and cover them. Like, I haven't even really been playing this game for like a month now. I've been basically just recording YouTube videos when I am on this game, which is fine. Like, I enjoy doing that. Like, I think it's cool to kind of record them.
I need to find information. Is there a museum around here, Dan?
I can't wait for the update. I saw he was testing out 2.5, version 2.5 of Derek, and that little chiming, is there a museum? Like, he's building out like a whole series of, I guess you would call it a quest. Like, it doesn't put up a quest marker, but I guess you would call it a quest. There is like where you can take them to different museums throughout the settled systems, like the Co Museum, and he has dialogue and things will unlock based off him going to the museum because he has...
Sorry, just practicing the local dialect.
Thank you, Derek. But he has like some kind of memory issue going on. Like, it's intentional. It's part of the character. So that's kind of cool. Like, I can't wait for 2.5. I'll probably produce another video when that does drop for that. Because, like, I think modders just, they need a lot of support right now because, like, I wouldn't say it's because people hate this game. I'd say it's because the people who hate this game are the loudest. They are way louder than people who like this game.
Of all kinds here.
Why don't we just close it?
Here's what I have in stock right now.
So let's see. Do I buy this here or do I steal it? I thought I read something about stealing it.
Use.
I need some.
Did I install the mod? Is it in my load order? Yeah, it's in the load order. Laredo. I think I buy this at Laredo. I don't have the ability to console because this is on Xbox. You can find the gun in Laredo Firearms.
place to put the prototypes through their paces. Please, let me know if I can be of service.
Let's check your selection again.
Right away.
Make sure I didn't miss it. Coachman. Oh, I'm glad you're, the gun's upstairs. Easy unlock, good.
But you know, Stretch Trash will come back and worse.
I'm glad that mod issue was resolved by moving it down the load order. So that's my understanding, is like, if you move things down on the load order, it will give it priority because it's loading later, and it's just going to overwrite things. So we have an easy unlock chest somewhere upstairs. Do I have to do the quest for the lady to get into this back room? Oh, I probably need to pick this. Which is fine. I can pick this. I'm gonna pick it. Kind of trying to read like comments at the same time and playing this game, so this is kind of like new to me. This is the first time live streaming a video game. And done. I would like to see an auto pick function. I think someone probably already added it to the game. Oh, there it is. 52 damage. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I wonder, is it modifiable? We'll see. Should take it to a workbench. We'll check that. So let's favorite this. I play a stealth character, so I do like the looks of this. It looks like, you know, a 1911 right there. That looks like a 1911. Let me just check something real quick. Ah, I like that fire effect. Sounds right.
Aquila's one of the oldest cities ever settled.
Oh, I saw about that desktop SSNN. That is definitely one I want to pick up for my multiple outposts now. Before it was just one. Let's see. I think my game's crashing. Oh boy, I think my game's crashing. I think I overloaded it with too many mods. That's fine. I think I'm gonna terminate and reload. I think I crashed the game. I don't think it's your mod. I think like this happens on the Xbox if I'm playing with a ton of mods. After I'm playing on a Series S, so after about 3 hours. Well, I also have to consider my daughter was running this for about 10 hours straight today, so that's probably why it crashed. So it probably overheat. My Xbox probably overheated. But I'm going to take that gun and we're going to kill some stuff with it. I want to see if I can add a silencer to it, though. I think that gun would look pretty sick with a silencer on it. And I think on the image, I saw it geared out, so...
What do you need?
Perfect. You know where it crashed? It crashed on the autosave when I exited Laredo Firearms. That is like a frequent crash point for this game, is the autosaves. So we're just going to go to this outpost real quick and see if we can kit this gun out. Oh, it has tons of attachments. That's good.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
I am probably going to rebuild this outpost now that I have that TG's luxury homes, because I think this could look so much better than these Habs. Not that Bethesda did a bad job, it's just that I think that modders are doing better.
Got some new orders for me?
Do I wanna... Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here. Oh, I forgot to grab the dang freaking aluminum. I'm gonna have to grab aluminum. I used it all. Oh wait. Suppressor. We got a lot of different looks going on. I like the chrome. I'm missing so many materials. Oh my! Look at that. It's compatible with Dark Star. That's cool. So I'll be able to rank that up a little bit more. Quality level, so I can affect the quality level there. We just need microsecond regulators.
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Shh. Wasn't pointing at anyone, it was just a test fire. Whoop. Where'd it go? Thing's gonna pop out on me, isn't it? There it is.
Well, Gilbert, Dan's gotta do what Dan's gotta do. Dan's ain't pretty, but it sure is necessary sometimes.
Pretty cool gun. I like that it is compatible with the Dark Star mod, so I could potentially upgrade it. Because I know that is definitely one of those things, like, you start progressing beyond like level 100, you kind of almost need that Dark Star mod. I bugged out landing platform. Alright, let's pick up some aluminum. I will have to get sights for it. So this is going to be weird, but I've shot a couple 45s in real life. So like I'm more used to the iron sights with a 45 than like different sights. So that's like, I don't even know if I'll put a sight on it, to be honest. Like I'll probably put it on there just to showcase it when I make a video. But play-wise, I think I'm probably going to leave it as the iron sights, because I like the look of the 45 iron sights. You can make it automatic? I'd have to put a large magazine on that then. Like that 10 rounds, like I could imagine full automatic, that's gonna be like a quarter-second trigger pull and like all the rounds are expended. But I did see options for the larger magazines as well.
This is my kind of place, frontier. A place where good people face the Wild West to carve themselves a new life. People here don't take the land. They've earned it through blood and toil. People around here are honest.
This is new dialogue to me.
Mostly.
I'm telling you, the person that worked on that mod spent a lot of time, and he's still spending a lot of time to develop that character even more. And that kind of stuff makes me super excited. Let's see, we want the mineral.
Sometimes spotted by the farms.
I hope they have aluminum.
Evening, sir.
What do you need?
I will have to check out those the
The
iron holographics.
Hounding my regular. Excellent.
Okay, there's 30 aluminum. Let's check the others, see if we can get any more. And we do need some microsecond regulators, see if we can upgrade this to like an advanced.
Hey Dan, I got something for you.
No. Let's check this out. 45 caliber.
I want to do your business quick. I get all kind. Here, browse to your heart's content.
Let's see, do you have 45 ACP? Here we go. I'm taking your aluminum. See if you have any microsecond regulators. Yeah, you got 8 of them.
Hi.
Capturing ships is definitely one of my favorite activities. Just scrolling back through the comments here. For sure, one of my favorite activities.
Hi, Dan. What do you
One thing I wish existed in the base game that doesn't, that I think a modder could do, is the legendary ships. You cannot dock with those. You cannot capture them. I think that would be very cool. If they probably don't have interiors, so someone would probably have to add the interiors and everything. But if you like, someone could make it so you could dock with those legendary ships like the Brune Shroud Bearer, that would be awesome. There it is. So we don't have a laser.
I hope that modification proves beneficial.
Okay. Why not? I would need a quantum harness for these. I'm currently out. Let's see, what's the damage on this gun? 225. That's decent. Yeah, the suppressor is a little bit too big for the sight, but I think it still works.
Hi, Dan. What do you need?
Do you need something, Captain?
You know what? I should just fast travel to a place instead of crossing 1300. I fractured a limb. And I'm out with medical supplies. Switch it up to the sniper rifle. Do you have any sniper rifles? Whoa!
Give up already.
HPV, the carbine. I'm gonna have to look into that because, like, my play style on this is basically the stealth archer from Skyrim, if that makes sense. Like, I will use a pistol in like up close situations, but like stuff like this, it gets way too difficult. Especially with my poor eyesight to aim.
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's Andrasia.
Are you prepared to die?
You're done!
Yeah, you're done. Two more out here. Oh, I think he's inside.
Enough game! Let's do this! Forget this!
Combat mode initiated.
Just get it over with.
Stuff ain't pretty, but it sure is necessary sometimes.
Blood textures. That is definitely a mod to download. is the enhanced blood textures.
What do you need?
I didn't mean to talk to you.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Do it again.
Alright, I don't know where the rest of them are. I think I'm going to depart. I think I am going to probably wrap up this live stream, because I've been playing for about 2 hours now, and I'm going on about 5 hours of sleep. But let's take one last look at the outpost we built. Probably going to rebuild my one on Archimedes 5A. And why am I going to rebuild that? Because I'm going to showcase this paid mod, the TG Luxury Homes, and a couple other mods that I use to create these places. Outpost 1, Outpost 2. Yeah, I will definitely check out your other mods. Seeing as they're all kind of weapon mods, I'm going to group them all together and do like a video demonstration of the mods and like the different gear you can put on the mods, because they're extremely customizable. They're more customizable than the base game. And here's my crew.
It is a beautiful day, huh?
This is a very cool build out. Except, guess what? Here's a moon, but for some reason or another, I don't know why this happens, but sometimes the night sky bugs out and the gas giant does not appear. But there's a way to fix it. If you just like fast travel your ship, it'll just fix the skybox for you and give you clouds. Yeah. Gonna reload this a couple times and
Captain Chris, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived.
there it is. There's our gas giant in the night sky. Oh, my fractured limb became worse. Wonderful.
Nice to see you.
Okay, I am fairly happy with what I built. It does definitely need furnished a little bit better, but I think it looks good. I think this will look good for the showcase of this mod and its potential. I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. It's been much appreciated you viewing for this entire time. So I wish you a good night and have a lovely night. I'm going to cut it out from here. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a regular streaming cycle, I guess, as for closing out. But what am I trying to say? Yeah, regular streaming cycle, probably like once a week, maybe twice a week. All right, have a nice night, guys.